This is behind the scenes, apparently.
Hi. Extreme behind the scenes. We don't even have characters.
Coke got dirty.
Well, I mean, that's your own fault. You're the one who jumped off the cliff, too.
It probably looked good, though.
Oh, yeah. For the bit. That needs to be our slogan, just for the bit.
For the bit. This should be the name of our channel.
For the bit.
For the bit.
We could. We could do that.
It's genius. We found a name.
It's true, yeah.
For the bit.
So, 5 years.
5 years indeed.
Feels like longer.
It really does. If you're watching this, then and you're watching it the day it's been posted, it's 5 years to the day since our first collaborative video.
5 years ago today, we were sitting in
My aunt's basement of her second house, not to be confused with the first or third.
Right. And, you know, after a while, things start to get tiresome. At this point, I had a video up on my channel, and a couple of our other friends all had videos up on their channels.
Yeah, Ben had a video on his channel.
Right. So, I decided that Colin needed to have a video on his channel, which at this point, he didn't even have a YouTube channel yet.
I didn't even have a Gmail at that point in my life. I was still living it up with a Yahoo that I wasn't checking. The first terrible video, as it is called, was started...
It is terrible, indeed.
It is terrible. We knew what we were getting into the moment that we made it. But, do you want
I didn't.
Hey, what's up, YouTubers? This is my first video, and it's probably gonna suck, but, you know, I'm doing it anyway. And this is like, you know, my first video, so I'm trying this out. And, well, we're gonna see how it goes, so... Why? I hate you so much.
And it quickly spawned 2 sequels, all of which are still...
The producers loved it. They, that night, called us
In the
on
moment, they loved it so much that, like I said, they immediately forced the spawn of 2 more terrible videos.
Rumor had it there was even going to be 2 more trilogies.
Yes, allegedly there was to be a sequel trilogy, a movie, and then a final trilogy?
They hired new guys to make those. We were cut out.
Yeah, we shit-canned ourselves. From what I remember now.
Man, you know, one thing led to another. We had a good time making the first one, so we made a second one, which was basically the same as the first one, just
Flip-flopped.
flipped. And then there was a third one.
That we put effort into. More effort than a lot of our videos
we've ever made. It's all been downhill since that one.
Like, I mean,
we choreographed.
Yeah, we choreographed. We did.
Have we ever choreographed anything since then?
Nothing that's been posted, except for our you know, end of
occasional fight videos.
Yeah,
that have minimal choreography in it.
Not even then. I mean, you and Joe used to choreograph. We have gotten so far off topic. That our filming styles we'll get into later, but you know, we did multiple takes for the final terrible video. We did dry runs, from what I remember. You know,
many different camera angles.
So many different camera angles.
There was makeup involved, albeit not real makeup.
Fun fact: the blood on Tanner's face is it was actually ketchup, because we didn't have any fake blood. So I pulled some ketchup out of the fridge and we put it on his face. And would you like to explain the aftermath of that?
In the peak of my middle school life, I had an extreme breakout as from the cause
grease.
being the ketchup grease. But you know what they say, for the bit.
Yeah, you gotta make sacrifices for filming.
Alright. Don't worry.
What? Where were you? You were supposed to be here like a half an hour ago.
Look, man, I had a difficulty with a hooker. Now, Jake, do you think your name sounds a little too much like my name, Jeff?
No, not really.
Okay, well, because of that, we're just gonna change your name to Philip.
Fuck Phil.
Shut the fuck up.
Fuck you.
No. My next question. What is your number?
L7-4.
Okay.
It's one of them new names.
Have some cough drops. You just light one and you eat it. It's simple as that.
So, diving right into it. Therapy. Our flagship.
The
To
5-hour-long beast.
Yeah. We literally just tallied it up. If you watch all the way through season 1 and 2, including the bonus videos, as we'll call them here, it's over 5 hours of footage.
Mostly due to a few specific videos.
Over 5 hours of your life that you will never get back. You can never
Unsee.
You can never unsee them.
It's 5 hours of my life that I spent that I can never get back.
It's more than 5 hours of our lives that we spend. You think of the time that we edited them.
Editing. What's that?
Oh,
So therapy started not super long after the terrible trilogy, like a month later.
A little over a month.
A little over a month. This is the first time that you guys will ever be actually hearing the full story of how it started, as
This is correct.
there's a detail of the story that is personal that I always kept hidden. But the gist of it is basically I was in school earlier that day that we filmed episode 1 and 2, and somebody had a running joke with me like throughout the day about me being like an awful therapist. And it went from a joke to, on the bus ride home, I was doing improv with a friend that I rode with, and I liked the idea so much on the bus ride home that the moment that I got home and I had you guys come over, we pretty much immediately filmed it. Like, I told you guys the concept and you were just all in immediately. It was out of hand, and we filmed it on a webcam attached to my laptop. But yeah, so the whole reason the joke started about me being like a terrible therapist is I had said to somebody, you know, that what I wanted to do with my life at that point, you know, was when I went to college, I wanted to be a psychologist. You know, I wanted to help people. And you know, I wasn't met with a lot of support because it was described to me that I would not be able to make it through the schooling, which I didn't know how right they were going to be. You know, I've looked into the schooling for a psychologist. It's a little much. A doctorate is a little out there for me. But, you know, they told me I wouldn't be good at it, that I'd be bad at the schooling, that I'd probably be a bad therapist, and so I thought, all right, well, you know, if I'm going to be a bad therapist, guess I'm just going to go all in with it. And so that's how the joke got started, because I was ranting about it in school, and then, you know, one thing led to another, and yeah, that's how we got the first 3 episodes of therapy, and then it started to get out of hand. Where were you when this man's puppy was supposedly stoned?
I was in his yard.
You're a dumb bitch.
You're gonna have to stop hailing accusations out.
You see, it's reason like that I stomped your fucking
Hey, oh. Right, I forgot you're here. Okay, help me out here, man. Just get the cuffs off.
The firecrackers.
I'm not.
If you make him innocent, it will benefit in your favor. My asshole is my mouth.
That became the
That
status quo for filming
Was
we'd set up a camera on a tripod
or on a
sometimes-
table.
And watch things unfold.
and we would all stand in front of it with the loosest idea of what
We wanted to do.
what it was supposed to be about, and we would improv
Yeah.
for 10 to 40, 50 minutes.
Depending on the video. And even when things went drastically wrong, you know, they might be cut in some of the edited versions on YouTube, but we almost never turned off the camera for anything. It didn't matter if someone walked in or like if a fight, like an actual fight broke out, or if somebody got hurt. Usually we just kept going. We figured it out later. Sometimes we didn't even edit it out.
I'm on your side! I don't care! Ow!
About that, we had some technical difficulties. They've been resolved now, and there are 7 new charges against the defendant.
I have evidence. Sit down. You know!
No.
You do know! When someone hit me like that, I know they're from Detroit.
As all great things do, things did kind of come to an end for a point. Therapy was put on hold for a while.
Yeah.
We had a few odds and ends things that we recorded during the same time as season 1, but didn't decide to throw it up in with that stuff for whatever reason. I'm not entirely sure why not.
I know I held on to the clips for what was it canonically it's Therapy season 2 episodes 2 and 3, but they were filmed probably roughly the same time as Connor's Therapy, I want to say. But yeah, no, that goes along with how most of season 1 was just, you know, us doing whatever and then slowly forcing a plot together.
It wasn't often that we held on to clips, but it's a good thing we did.
Yes.
You know, while Colin was away, Ben and I and Joe, we formed a new channel called For the Bit. And there we kind of decided to, I don't know, just really, really hone in on some sketch comedy stuff, you know, try and stick to what we were good with. Just short comedy sketches, whatever came to us, and I think this was really the start of when quality-wise things started to step up.
Yeah, definitely.
It was a point where we decided to branch out and try different things. We actually had an opportunity to do a little bit more and plan out some actual, actual skits that we wanted to do.
Like, and angles. Different camera angles.
That's another
That was
thing.
huge.
That was revolutionary at the time. Multiple takes. These things were unheard of during most of Phase 1.
Oh yeah, that's very correct.
The first one to ever go up on the channel, one of the first things we recorded, and arguably one of our best, was a video called Standardized Tests, which, one day Ben came over and he was ranting about how ridiculous standardized tests are and the fact that, half the questions don't even make any sense. And so he gave this great joke about how, something about like apples and then what color is somebody's shirt, and that ended up being the first question on this test that we made of just the most ridiculous questions we could possibly think of. And then our friend Joe, who helped write up the test, we had him take it, and the rest is pretty much history.
Question 3. As Hitler rose to power in 1874 BC, yeah, that seems about right, the alien mobsters kidnapped Bill Clinton to bribe the Nazis into surrendering. But Clinton became the alien mob leader in what light year? See, history's my best subject. I got this question. Alright, A, Buzz Lightyear. Doesn't seem right. B, cancer. Maybe. C, crack cocaine. C.
When I was away in Florida, I I was on a complete and utter hiatus. I tried filming my own things when I was down there, stuff that has never and will never see the light of day. I'm pretty sure I've deleted all of it.
That tells me nothing good because we don't delete films here.
Exactly. We hang on to clips till the very end. The vault is alive and well.
Yeah, that stuff does not happen.
We have more footage that has been recorded and never posted than what's on YouTube.
Than what's on all of the collective channels that we've made.
And I counted out, we have roughly 130 videos on YouTube.
Counting the current ones, the most recent?
Yeah.
Wow. So, I've mentioned Phase 1 a couple times. Phase 1, we jokingly realized that in our 100th video, which is not actually available?
It's back on public.
Oh, it's back on public. You can watch it.
But
you can
but
find
you
it.
won't, because you won't find our channels.
You're probably not even making it this far in the video, so kudos to you if you are.
Yeah.
But in the 100th video, you state, Tanner, that Phase 1 has gone extremely well, you know, and that in Phase 2 we had other plans to get into. So I pretty much, with that in mind, so Therapy Season 2 and onward is what I would consider Phase 2.
Right. Yeah, I would say Therapy Season 2 is definitely the main bulk of Phase 2, but for sure, For the Bit started and was the fuel of the fire for Phase 2 for a little while.
Oh, yeah. Without
but
a doubt.
Unfortunately, For the Bit was rather short-lived. We had about 3 solid months of getting together multiple times a week and just filming everything we could. But unfortunately, it came to an end with the passing of our dear friend and collaborator Joe. And you know, we kind of fell into a slump for a while. I know personally, I had a long period of just writer's block. I wasn't coming up with new ideas, nothing.
To be fair with all of that, when it came to that, there was a lot of things going on, but in our personal lives as well.
So it was definitely, there was definitely a lot going on for everybody involved. I mean, when I did eventually move back, I was a little hesitant to start filming certain things again, especially continuing, with therapy or getting involved in For the Bit, because I just, you have this sort of, not fear, but almost like an anxiety of just like, oh, well, I mean, Joe wasn't there at the start, but he was there in the background, at least, for a lot of our videos.
He was a main character. He was
he
than
plays
that.
2 main characters in therapy. Well, our 1 main character, and then the other one has like reoccurring appearances. But his lawyer character is just still to this day one of my favorite things to watch.
The point is, he was a very important person to our filming, and for that matter, our chemistry with how we worked with the other crew members. So.
Bull crap. No. I hit. No, Flappy Birds, I'm done with you. This is ridiculous. I didn't even hit the pipe. I went right through it. Stupid phone. Stupid. You shut up, Grandpa. Hey, I finished the test. What are you looking at?
It's nothing you need to see, yet.
Alright. The test seemed a little off. I don't know if there was misprinting or... I don't know what was going on.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, just look at the questions. Yeah. I think the operation was a success.
Man, dude,
Did you see the Olympic swim last night?
Yeah, I caught
Man, that was
crazy.
amazing.
That
Mr.
was.
Shang with the Gyarados splash. I mean, that was legendary.
It was.
What the fuck is going on here? Is this a side effect?
No, this isn't supposed to happen at all. Alright, hold on, I got this.
What the fuck
Deal with this shit.
did you do?
I got this. You ready?
Go.
Oh God! Is it?
Come on. Yeah.
It is. It has to
Buy
be.
the full game.
Wait, what? 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 You wanna go dancing? I don't wanna go dancing, Emily. I tried to fight for you, I really did. But the board wants me to fire you.
You can't do this.
I know, it's hard. But we offer some packages that'll help you get on your feet once we let you go. Speaking of which, we have your last pay right here. So, good luck with that. I did not. See, he took those.
Right, he took them, which means he will be charged for stealing, and he will pay for his crimes. But you violated the insurance
What
agreement.
violation? What was the violation, Your
You
Honor?
took your clothes off.
What happened the night that man said you raped him?
I raped him. What the hell do you think happened?
You don't admit it! I'm here to defend my client today in some unknown charges.
Could you just define unknown?
The knowledge of these charges are not in my brain.
Alright, 1 count of attempted rape,
Only one, that's good.
30 counts of rape,
Oh.
responsible for all child pornography, 26 counts of drug.
All?
Yes.
In-state? Or
The
country, world? Man,
Son, why does your mouth not move?
it's a disease, sir. Thank you for making fun of me. Had to eat.
You can't even eat it.
Shut up, it's a disease.
And just so you know, you best not be making fun of him. He got a problem when his lips don't move when he talk. Okay?
I have that disease also.
Shut up.
Doc? What's up?
First off, I came here looking for my therapy session. What the fuck are you doing?
Nothing.
You know what? Fuck it. Never mind. Look, I've been looking for you for a fucking year.
Well, I have like some of this weird obsession streaking at soccer games. Eventually, we came back together and decided that it was time to pick up with therapy again.
Of all things, it was therapy.
So we started working on season 2, and this time, it had a plot.
The problem with season 2 having a plot, though, is the fact that, half of what we had already filmed for the season didn't have a plot, which means that when we filmed the other half, we had to force the puzzle pieces to fit.
Yeah, there was a lot of work to tie everything together, and sometimes there was too much
Tied together.
Yeah. And also, with the plot, the show takes a noticeable shift in season 2.
Oh, about halfway.
About halfway through the season,
4th episode in for sure. There's a big jump.
Quickly goes from comedy to drama and
To a little bit of suspense at one point.
and it really
It takes a turn.
it doesn't tap the brakes often.
No,
It
and
pretty much goes full throttle into
whatever genre it's feeling that day.
Yeah. It was getting a little bit dicey there at the end.
But at the end, I would argue that, the ending of Therapy Season 2, those last, 2 or so episodes, depending on which 2 we're talking about, cinematically wise, we filmed the Season 2 finale probably around the same time,
the season 1 finale.
as the Season 1 finale, yeah. Which was just how far, I mean, that's like a year, it was like a year, almost 2 years.
Yeah. but we did some reshoots and added
A whole new ending.
a new ending to the season 2 finale, which really the season 2 finale was the end of an era.
Yeah.
That was really the last thing that we made.
And posted.
We had ideas for a season 3 and then a final season 4 for therapy that.
But we could have even ended it with season 3. We left it open for that.
Yeah, they just never saw the light of day because it was going deeper into being a drama
As opposed to a comedy.
Yeah, and
tonally it just felt weird making that shift.
It went very dark.
yeah.
There were like 3 different plot lines going on for the 3rd season.
It was gonna be very different tonally to the point where it wouldn't even seem like the same show, and also it was just a lot to try and
Cram into
make,
one thing.
as we were all kind of, I feel like, starting to branch at that point. And like, see, with the way therapy season 2 ends, I don't know, I feel like it's a fitting end to the season, and it can be a decently fitting ending to the show and all that, it was, but it was also, kind of a bittersweet ending to an era.
Oh god, please tell me I caught that on the cam. Don't worry about it. Don't mess with it. Don't fucking mess with it. Nobody will notice. You're a dumbass. Fuck, hold on.
Wait, let's see.
Put it back in the light.
Sorry. Fucking blood.
Fuck.
Ah, shit, dude, that hurt.
Oh my god. I really hope I caught that on the camera.